Hey guys, as I'm enjoying the summer here, the British summer, I love planting. So I got some radish tape here which has several seeds and it looks like so. Let me open it and show it to you. This is a seed tape and I sowed them in 2 rows, and after 5 days of me sowing the seeds, the saplings have come up really nice and well, and then I'll be repotting them into some bigger pots. These radish saplings, they are a week old now. So now they are good enough and they have sufficient leaves to support themselves, and they are big enough to be moved on to a planter. It is mid-May now, so I'm just going to separate them now, move them into the planters, carefully take them off this, because I don't want them all cramped up in the same pot where I cannot get a good harvest. So I'm doing 2 rows of radish down here, so make sure there is at least 6 to 3 inches gap in between the rows. So now I'm just separating them gently as these seeds were in the seed tape. The tape you can see there, it is separating, and gently place them. These radishes are fairly an easy crop to grow, so it's mid-May now, so it is a good weather for them to survive outside. Make sure you give them sufficient space because the leaves grow really big. Just after sowing, I'm gently watering them so not to affect them because they are so tiny. And I'm labeling the radish. And here, as you can see, these are white radishes and they are 2.5 weeks old now. I can see a faster growth and they're coming nice and well. They need a good shade, not fully shade, partial shade that they need. If you keep under a very sunny spot, they dry down. 4 weeks now since I sowed them. Let me take the net off. And look at the radish which is coming up there. It looks so nice. Look at that. And some are growing slowly. Need to be a bit careful because these leaves are prickly, so I'm going to snap off the leaves which are at the bottom because they don't need the bottom leaves. I can harvest it maybe in a week or so. So just as you can see here, you can say if they are ready to be cropped or not, because a portion of the radish just stands above the soil. I just have 2 radishes which are ready to be harvested now. This has to be harvested between 3 and 5 weeks. Let me pull it out gently. Look at that. You can leave these radishes in the soil for a bit longer, but then it's always advisable to take them off between 3 to 5 weeks. And they always have a higher capacity of going more fibrous and becoming spongy eventually if you leave it longer in the soil. So you don't want to have a spongy or a more fibrous veggie, but you want to have them tender, which would be nice and juicy and sweet as well. So this is ready to go into the pot. This these leaves are also edible if you want to use them. It's nice and sunny day today. As you can see, I'm standing just under the sun, and it's morning, somewhere around 10:30 now, and I'm ready to pick the second batch of white radishes. And let me see, and they've grown to a good size. Now, initially I had this flowing net just covering up the plant there, and then after the first harvest I took it away on purpose to see how the butterflies lay their eggs and what happens to them, just on purpose. So as you can see, these plants, the leaves, because I did not net it down after the first harvest. Okay, these are the caterpillars which are eating the leaves away. Like butterflies come and lay eggs on them and turn into caterpillars. So yeah, you don't want this to happen, because as these leaves are edible, you can have these leaves as well, because the worms are eating them away. I can't have the leaves now, but still, I'm for radishes right now. They have grown to a good size. These radishes can be harvested as little as 4 weeks old, so you don't want to leave them too long, as they will go patchy, or if they mature too much they become spongy as well. And this is a good size for them to harvest. Let me harvest them one by one. Just pull them gently, wiggle them a bit. It's a good, nice size. Look at that. I love it. I just took 2 radishes in my first cropping, but in my second harvest there are many. This is a nice size as well. There. I'm so happy. This has made my day. And I want to make a point here that all these radishes, the vegetables that I grow here in my garden, they are all organic, which is a good thing. When it is organic, it tastes better and you feel satisfied as well. I did not expect these many radishes to come up really nice and healthy, and well. So in my second cropping, I harvested 7 fully grown radishes, which can go into salads or curries, or you can add the leaves as well to salads. There I have a bunch of them, and I'm going to give it a nice rinse so I can get all the compost out of it. Let me give them a nice rinse so I get rid of all the compost sticking onto it. So on weighing this, it shows a little more than a kilo, which is a very good harvest. So there I have a bunch of them in my hand. After a good rinse, they look nice and fresh even more. So I'm going to enjoy this in my curry and salad. Because the leaves are now eaten by the worms, I'm going to nip them off. And yes guys, and to let you know, this is such an easy crop to grow. It doesn't need a lot of maintenance, but make sure that you keep the soil moist always, else, because these are water-loving crops. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button having these radishes in your hand, and don't forget to leave your comments below. Thanks and bye. Take care.